Hey everyone, it's Desiree and I am here with Birch Press Designs, and we are going to create tags, but it's a gift. Got your curiosity? I hope, because I don't know if this is going to work, but we try together. That's what I do here. So I've actually pulled out some older layering dies from Birch Press, again, to give that inspiration. If these are in your stash, giving you another idea of what you could do with these instead of making them an ornament, but taking it one step level and one step further. And that's for these two. For this one here, this technically is not an ornament, but how could we turn it into one? How can we have a tag and still be able to have an ornament? So that's what I'm going to show. And I'm going to show the whole process. It's going to be sped up. But if you have that person that, or group, like especially at work, you know, you want to give them something for the holidays because you work with them, or you just really enjoy creating and driving yourself crazy doing production line work. This is that type of idea. So let's get started and let's see how this works. Our die cuts are set, our panels are set, and even some side pieces that we're going to use. So I am going to show you how I layer these. When I make ornaments, especially with these layering dies, I do like the back to be finished as well. Now to do that, it is easier if your image that you've die cut is symmetrical, meaning no matter if you're looking at it on the front to the back, it's the same image, same dimensions, same shape, basically. So the three that I chose are just that. Two of them are ornament dies, like I showed before, the Twinkle and the Radiant. But I also wanted to show that this can work for items that you may have, or maybe you have a different Birch Press design layering die set, such as the floral star. Anything can become an ornament and hang beautifully on a tree. We've got three ideas going on here. We've got a tag, we've got a card, and we've got a gift all wrapped up into one. So it's kind of neat. I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. Maybe I'm alone. The backs I did in ivory, complete ivory. You can do them in white, you can choose any solid color you want, but if that ornament flips on the tree, it's going to look finished with the layers. Now you could certainly do both sides, I have in the past, with the same colors. Just die cut two of every die. Now, the reason why I didn't do that is because, one, I wanted to show you could go into your scraps, and that's what I did. I went into my scraps. So a lot of my scraps weren't big enough to have two of the same panel in the same cardstock, and I would have had to have grabbed another one. So I really kind of wanted to stay away from that. The topper that I'm using, and you can see, I put it on top of the floral star. Now, there are toppers in their Ornament Basics set, which is a wonderful set because you can design your own ornaments, how they look, how they're layered, and so forth. And then they also have the Radiant ornament, which is the one that's all the way to the left. That also comes with its own topper as well. So again, we can mix and match. Maybe you have a topper from another die set that can certainly be used. So for the star, I used shades of teals and grays. Not that traditional color of Christmas, but why not? You know, it's an ornament. Add that color to either your tree or someone else's tree. For this center one here, I went with traditional ivory, green, and a red glitter. And again, I did the same thing. The backs are cut in an ivory because I've got this whole, you know, it's a vintage feel. I'm just going to say it. when it comes to the ornaments. And by doing the double-sided, you're really making them nice and sturdy, nice and thick when it comes to that. And you don't necessarily have to use thick cardstock either. If you have those 65-pound weights, which some of these cardstocks are that I'm using from Recollections, by all means, remember, they are great for layering. And as you keep layering, that card is going to get thicker and thicker. So you can see here, same thing. I did the ivory, and for this one, I did my die cutting in black, Desert Storm, that's the craft cardstock, and gold. Again, we have the traditional colors of the holidays. We don't necessarily have to stop in there. We can throw in a lime green, we can throw in a light blue or an aqua or a gray or pink when it comes to ornaments and our cards. Again, it makes people smile when we see those happy colors come to life on them. You can also see, if you were watching as I was letting all of this show here, I don't make sure there's glue everywhere. I use dots, and I make sure certain areas have glue. I always make sure the outer rim has glue, and then certain areas in the center of this piece. I'm making sure when I put my toppers on that, of course, they're glued to the front and the back, but that section at the top, there's glue up there to make sure that that closes up so that it rounds up into that point. These panels here are cut 3.5 by 5.5, so they are a nice size. When you cut one, you take that corner that you cut, you turn it over to the other side and cut along it, and now you will have an even looking tag shape. So die is not necessary to create a tag, and I do 2 for each one. I've pulled in my scoreboard, and I'm going to score down 1 inch on one of these panels. When I do tags, in general, I like to make them 2 layers because I can write a note inside. They can be turned into ornaments for people if they want. I take that top portion above the score line and I add my glue, and then I put them together. So now we've got this opening. So it's like a card, and especially this size. You know, it's not a tag that's like 2.5 inches long by 1.5 inches wide. This is a nice size tag that you can have a lot of fun with. So you can do a lot of stamping on it. You could stamp some backgrounds on there to decorate it. I'm digging into my scraps of paper. I have reinforcements. I use them in my junk journals or my journals that I create, and I can make them any color I want. Now, you knew vintage photo was coming in, right? I'm just saying. And all I do is I take my blending tool and I go over them just to add the color. The more deeper I want it, the more ink I'll add. I'm going to grab my hole punch, and it's a heavy duty hole punch, so I can grab all of these, layer them up, and then just punch all through all 6 layers. I'm going to place a reinforcement on the front and the back of each of these. Again, it just adds a little something. You don't have to do this, but I do. I just like to do that. To me, it kind of like finishes it. And again, you can write your message on the inside. There is also another reason why I do that score line, and you'll see that in a second. So for each of the ornaments, I've grabbed my ivory organza, and I'm going to thread it through the top, and I'm going to tie a knot above that. There is the hanger for the tree. So there, I've completed the gift. Now, how do we take this gift and attach it to the tag? Well, we get more twine. We're going to get some twine, and we're going to get some threads, but mainly twines. I love different types of twine, whether it's a jute or a thin type of twine. I like to double it up, and of course I have to ink around my tags, because they're tags. I gotta have the vintage photo on the tags. So yes, I love my vintage photo. It is a staple. It is definitely a staple for me, whether I'm on the journal side or whether I'm on the card making side. I just do like my journal. So now I'm playing with my scraps of paper, and you can see I have them piled up. So why can't we just simply take a piece of scrap cardstock, tear it, create a shape out of it, ink around it, and glue it to the front? I have some scraps of pattern paper here, Holiday. This is by Birch Press. If it's still available, I will list it down below. I believe this is called Dashing Holiday. And I'm going to layer those, adding vintage photo to the torn edge. Tearing paper is very therapeutic. I absolutely love it, and I love the effect that it gives. By layering those, I'm lining them up onto the edge of that tag that I have. And then I also have a piece from the same collection, the Dashing Holiday, where there is a script on it. And again, going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn these over and cut right along the shape. So it's just like the way that we would trim our card. And then that will just fill in that area. Excuse me. And then, of course, I got to ink around the edges because I did on the other ones. So now back to the twine. So I'm going to pull down the tree hanger, and I'm going to put that through the opening of our ornaments. And I'm going to push that through and through the hole of the tag. I'm going to wrap it through, and then I will pull up the tree hanger and put that through the loop as well. Now, with all of these, when I make a tassel off of a tag, I really like it to be big. I like it to be flowy. There's just a lot going on there. And I just like the way that looks full. Now, if you just want to add one tag or one piece of twine, that's fine. You know, less is sometimes more, but I just love to have that big flowiness coming off. And by tightening each one of those down, I have secured the ornament in place. I've slowed the video down now to real time so that you can see the back of the ornaments, the inside of the tags that we've created, how they're secure there, and how it would make a great gift. So we've shown the gift, and we've shown the tag. So where does the card come in? It comes in because of the score line on the back. They can stay together. This can be a card for somebody that you give as well. Again, if you're like me, we always have, we have people that we buy gifts for, we have people that we just get cards for, but we have those people where we want them to have a little something, and I think this is the perfect way. So I do hope you enjoyed this. I hope I gave you some ideas on how you can make a tag. No, it's a gift. No, it's a card. All in one, and you can do it in a mass-productive way, which is awesome. Absolutely. As always, all of the products that I used, as long as they're available, are still listed down below. If you want to check them out, know that some are affiliate links, which means if you use that link to make a purchase, I do receive a small commission at no extra cost to you. If you have any questions, please make sure you leave those down below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, because that always helps. And make sure you ring the bell too, because hopefully you'll be notified when the next video comes up. You never know. It's like a gamble there. And if you're interested in more types of tutorials and free downloads and so forth, please make sure you check out my Patreon account. And again, if you have any questions, just reach out and I will be there to answer them for you. Everyone, enjoy your day. Smile, laugh. I think it's wonderful when we do that. Enjoy what we do and enjoy your crafting and the art that you create. But remember what truly is most important to me. Always be creative. Until the next video, guys, take care.